Good morning everybody and welcome back to another video. I thought today we could hang out while I perform the task of building a cat tree for my cats. Now they have one. I'm going to bring you in and show you it because it's in our lounge room and it is massive. They love it. Already's on it. Hello. Even a nap. He loves. This is his spot and this is Chicken's spot. Or alternatively, she also likes this little hammock. But yeah, so this is in all its glory. I think it's 1.8 meters tall. Got it for them when we moved here because if you don't know, our cats used to be outside or indoor-outdoor cats in New Zealand. But when we moved to Queensland, we decided to make them like strictly indoor, partially because of what I understand to be the laws. Partially because Chicken will definitely bring me a spider or a bug or a snake that I don't want to deal with. And thirdly, because Rusty is now deaf, so it is no longer safe for him to be outside by himself. So we got them the cat tree, they've got tunnels, they've got toys galore, but I am noticing that they are still quite bored sometimes. So Chicken's here. So I want to give them more places to climb. Like ideally when we get our own house, I really want to do one of those things where you put like platforms across like the top of the wall and like bridges and stuff so that they can run and climb, but just because we're in a rental right now we obviously can't do that. So I brought this. It's the same, or it should be the same as like the same branding as that one. It should be the grey and then like cream or white twine, but this one's just like a stock standard pole and it's just got platforms that go up it and it goes all the way from floor to ceiling. So I'm going to set it up in the corner of our bedroom here. Hopefully just give them a bit of Chicken's playing with a ball of paper. I just want to give them like a bit of variety, something else to do, and in different rooms of the house so that not everything that's theirs is focused in the lounge room, you know? So I thought I would try and build this. Hopefully it's not going to be too hard. The last one was just like screwing stuff together. Mark did give me a bit of a hand with it, but this one should be really simple. Fingers crossed. So let's get into it, I guess. I'm gonna find some scissors. I'm ready. I also thought it might be nice to just do like a bit of an introduction of our cats for those who like don't know them. So obviously we have two. They're both tabbies. Rusty is a mix of like a tabby and we believe like a little bit feral. We think one of his parents was definitely some sort of like feral cat. And then Chicken is a mix of a tabby and a calico. Both of them are rescues. Oh, this is cute, guys. You're going to like this. And they can have the box too. Both of them are rescues. So we got Rusty back in 2016. Back when he was about 5 weeks old. Mark's step-sister found him at her property, and I had just had a cat pass away, and Mark said, you know, why don't we just go and look at this one? And I was definitely not ready to get another cat, but if you know literally anything about me, you'll know that I can't say no to an animal when it's in front of my face. So you came home with us, didn't you, Rusty? And we've had you ever since. And then Chicken came from my sister's work, so she was hanging around there, and the staff were looking after her, but they're fighting, great. The staff were looking after her, but because they deal in like food stuffs, it wasn't exactly like sanitary or with code to have a cat around, so she asked me if I wanted her, and again, I can't say no. So we got Chicken. Hey Chicken. They were both very sick when we got them. Rusty had cat flu, and Chicken had pneumonia, which is just great. But obviously they have grown out of these things. We also have, Chicken's got some sort of like weird deformed rib cage. I've had like all of these tests done, like anything you can think of, that cat has had it. For some reason, our free cats seem to be very expensive cats. because Chicken's got this weird, she just breathes weird, and sometimes, especially when she was younger and dealing with like recovering from pneumonia and stuff, she had really laboured breathing quite often. It was quite concerning, so luckily she doesn't really have that anymore. Sometimes when she gets herself really, really, really wound up, she'll get a bit puffed and you've just got to be like, bro, calm the fuck down. And Rusty has asthma. And now he's deaf. So, but the deafness isn't his fault. Yeah. I might talk about why he is deaf one day. But I'm kind of not ready to broach that yet. There's still a few things going on like behind the scenes in regards to that. But yeah, he is perfectly healthy, other than the fact that he is now deaf and has asthma, but he hasn't had any issues with his asthma since being here. So I think the warmth has definitely helped him with that. Are any of these labelled? No. These instructions are abysmal. Not a single piece is labelled. It's like B, C. What? I'm assuming this is B. It's a screw. Six. It would be lovely to know what 1-6 is. This did not happen with the last one. The last one was labelled beautifully. It was very easy to figure out. Does it come on a tool? It does. Step 1. Probably. I don't see how they're any different. They all look exactly the same to me. What else can we tell them about you, Rusty? That your name almost wasn't Rusty. So, we went through a lot of names for Rusty. I don't know why this isn't screwing in. We went through a lot of names for him. And for like 3 or 4 days, he was actually called Aladdin. Which, now that I think about it, really does not suit you at all, bud. That was me. I picked Aladdin. And it was cute until one day Mark was just like, I think he'd be better as a Rusty. And he's been Rusty ever since. And I think that name's perfect for him. Like, Mark's got a thing. We have had a couple of other cats come and go. Like, we had a black cat really briefly for literally like 6 hours because it was gravely injured. So we had to hand it over to the SPCA and the vets to have them care for it. But Mark named that one and he named him Colby. Or Kobe. Kobe. And then, who did we have? We had a little cat in lockdown, in the first COVID lockdown. My cousin, who was living with us at the time, found a cat like stuck in behind our shed and went and fished it out. So we had him for a while and his name was Sid. Mark also named Sid. That cat was so cute. It was actually a girl. It was a female ginger tabby. And she was perfect. But we ended up finding her a different home because somebody is a bully. Yeah, you. Rusty is one of the biggest bullies I have ever met. He definitely has only child syndrome. And he's still like that with Chicken, but Sid was a very, very timid cat. Like, she was very small, very reserved, whereas Chicken has just been go, 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 go since literally second one of having her. So when Rusty would bully her, she'd just be like, oh sick, we're playing a game. So she kind of never gave Rusty the chance to bully her. She was just like, we're going to be friends, I love you. Yeah, so that's how she stayed. We ended up giving Sid to this really lovely older couple who had just lost their cat, and they wrote us like, they made us a handmade card with like pictures of Sid in it, and it was so cute. I really wish we could have kept Sid, but she's definitely in like the perfect home for her, and she's so loved, which is what matters. Oh, we do a bed now. And then Chicken's name, her name's not Chicken, her name is Raya. I spent days trying to name her because I specifically wanted a name that started with R, because Mark and myself for M and M, and then I wanted the cats to be R and R. I thought it was kind of cute. So I spent ages trying to think of the perfect name for this cat that started with R. It took me days. And we had really recently watched, is it Raya and the Last Dragon? Is that how you're supposed to say it? Raya and the Last Dragon? Whatever. I just don't like the way that that sounds. Loved the movie. So that's where her name came from. I just prefer Raya. I'm pretty sure Raya is the proper way you're supposed to say it. I prefer Raya. Everyone else calls her Raya when we take her to the bed. Drives me up the wall, but it's fine. And then when we got her, she was an absolute nutjob. To be honest, she was a handful, and she's still a handful now. Nothing has changed. So Mark thought it was funny to start calling her Hey Hey. Another Disney reference. Because I was like, I'm going to name her after a Disney movie, and he was like, yeah, Hey Hey. And then she started only responding to Hey Hey. And I was like, I'm not freaking calling a cat that. So why won't this stop spinning? So it sort of changed from Hey Hey to Chicken. And now it's the only thing she'll listen to. She knows her name, but we only use like her name when she's in trouble. You know, it's the actual like parent thing. So she knows if she gets called Raya, she is in trouble. But yeah, she's Chicken. Our wee little chicken. They all have multiple names, and I think all cat owners and dog owners and pet owners, actually just in general, are like that, where you have a million names for your cat. So, like Rusty's Rusty, but from day one he's always been Titty. From that frickin', like, I don't think it was a TikTok, I think it was like a Vine or something that went around, and it was that really young kid that was like trick-or-treating or something. I'm talking about you. And he turned up to the house and he was like, can I pet your titties? And he meant cats, so that's why you're Titty. And everyone at home calls you Titty. But what do you get called now? You should do one of those TikToks where it's like, this is my name, but what I get called, I call him Rustavold, because he is almost 9 years old. He is an old man now, so that's his sophisticated old man name, Rustavold. Mark calls him Cheesy Beans. So total opposite direction. You can definitely tell who the fun parent is. So, that's his many names. And then Chicken at the moment is Chicken. I call her Chicanus. Chicanus Litalis, because she's Chicken Little. We call her Chicken Little. Because she was tiny and now she's the size of a fucking truck. I love you dearly, but you're getting fat. So I call her Chicanus Litalis. Mark calls her Nyehwen. It's like, you know that strawberry TikTok where it's like, hi, I'm a strawberry, I'm a strawberry, and it just gets worse and worse and worse? Well, that's what happened. And that's how Chicken became Nyehen, Nyehwen, and she fucking responds to it too. And it drives me up the wall. I think this is the last piece before I put the like top bit on. This is taller than me, and it's getting precarious. Send help. I can't reach. Ow, you fuck. Ow. Mother trucker, that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick. Oh! Now that I'm thinking about it, I probably should have put that bit on first. Damn it. I will have you know that insta-bruised. I think my bracelet saved my hand. You're not supposed to be on that yet. It's not secure. I've turned the fan off so that hopefully that doesn't happen again. Alright, and here it is in all of its glory. I had to get somebody off it because he tipped it over while I was trying to stand it up. I kind of wanted it to be like in the corner, and then I could have the platforms facing like along the wall in different directions, but this thing is so tight to the roof. I jammed my fingers like 6 times trying to put it in. There's even another one, I guess, for if you have a really high ceiling, but there's absolutely no way we're gonna need that. This is what it looks like from this angle. I think it's gonna be good. The only concern I have now is getting it down again. Like, that is really tight, because it's spring-loaded. I don't know, I'm not taking it down right now, so it's not a problem for right now. Why don't you see if you like it? Shall we put you on it? He thinks he's not allowed on it now because I took him off it because he tipped it over on himself, so let's see what you think. So for those of you who don't know, this is Rusty. He's 8. Mr. Rudy Tooty. Cheese Beans. Rustavold. Yeah? What do you think? What do you think? He's like, this fell on me. Shall we go get your sister? You don't want to share with your sister. You're not a good sibling. Let's go find her. Chicken Nugget! Do you want to come? Come. Leave your brother alone. Come on. What's this? Come. Chicken. This. We got your new toy. I'm always a little bit wary about her on new toys because she is very large. Do you want to have a look? Yes. She's like, I don't fit. Again, you're molting worse than your brother. What's that, chicken? Nope. I spent so much money on this. So I just want to investigate at my own pace, please. That is the end of the video for me. As you can tell, I turned the fan off in here after the incident, and now it's very, very warm. So I'm going to get that going again. I'm going to say goodbye here, so thank you for watching another video. If you liked it, please make sure you leave a like or a comment, and if you really want to see more of my content, subscribe. I am going to leave the camera on for a little while and try and get a little bit of footage of these guys exploring their new toy. Enjoy! Chicken! Look at how high you are! You're so fat. Look at that ass. Hello! Are you scared to get down? Oh no, chicken!